be showing you two airplanes today. This is the one that flew the farthest. And this is the one that flew the shortest for my test. Today I'm going to talk about social studies, ELA, and scientific principles of my PBL project, paper airplanes. For my social studies project, the origin of paper gliders or paper airplanes is generally considered to be a part of ancient China. There is equal evidence that the development of floater gliders took place of equal measure in Japan during the same period, but it's hard to say which one developed the idea first. Origami or paper folding became popular within a century of this period, approximately 460 to 390 BCE. But it's impossible to be certain where and in what form the first paper aircraft was constructed. Leading pioneers of powered flight have all studied the effect of aerodynamics on paper airplanes, which leads to designing the larger and more sustained real airplanes we have today. Da Vinci wrote of the building of a model plane out of parchment and testing some of his early arthropter, which is an aircraft that flies by flapping wings, and parachute designs using paper models. Sir George Calais explored the performance of paper gliders during the late 19th century. The most significant use of paper models in aircraft designs were definitely used by the Wright brothers between 1899 and 1903. The Wrights used a wind tunnel to gain knowledge of the forces which could be used to control an aircraft in flight. They made paper airplane models and tested them out in the wind tunnel they made. This is how they made some of the discoveries to create the first airplanes. They also learned what forces could be used to control an aircraft in flight. By them observing the forces produced by flexing the heavy paper models within the wind tunnel, the Wrights determined that control through flight surfaces by warping would be the most effective. For my ELA component, I interviewed two of my friends from school, and they both love paper airplanes. They started making airplanes from about age 8 to 10 and still continue making them. They both know several different designs for tricks, long flights, etc. Some have several approaches to different designs, but most have similar designs to which one flies the furthest, which is basically a sharp nose and flat wings, allowing it to cut through the air smoothly. This was also the one that flew farthest for my test. For the scientific principles, lift. Lift is basically the air ongoing over the aircraft. Also comes up under the wing, causing the airplane to lift or go airborne. Aerodynamics is basically a branch of dynamics concerned with studying the motion of air, particularly when it interacts with a solid object, such as an airplane wing. Basically talk about the lift effect on an airplane. Newton's first law. A body remains at rest or in motion with a constant velocity unless acted upon by an external force. Airplanes fly and maintain speed when the force and drag are the same. This also explains how they decelerate and accelerate. Hope you enjoyed my PBL video.